What is good, everybody? Today I have a brand new unboxing slash review video for you guys. I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the 1193 Nendoroid of Tanjiro Kamado from Demon Slayer. As you can see here, it looks really nice already in the box. See all the poses right there in the back side. The other side, a lot of poses, possibilities. And if you saw my haul video on Anime Expo I did, thank you guys for watching if you did. You may notice that I was glad that I got this. I actually got this from the official store, which is the Good Smile Company. It is authentic, it's not bootleg, none of that stuff, so luckily I wouldn't have to spend like an arm and a leg for a potential legit one, or maybe it could be a bootleg. So we're gonna open this thing up and I'm gonna give my thoughts. And already on my first impressions based on the box, I'm actually really excited to see what's inside. So let's go ahead and open them up and let's see what we got. All right, guys, we got everything, all of the contents out of the package. So let's take a look inside. So first, let's take a look at this. This is the thing that stood out to me the most, was the aura effects of the water breathing technique. So that's really cool. And I noticed this compared to other Nendoroids, this actually has a bigger little stand. So it's actually pretty unique for Tanjiro. This is the first time I actually had a lot of stands with a lot of holes to put in, like the stands, you know, to raise them up and do his poses and all that. So that's just pretty cool. And look at that. Has the water breathing. All right, so let's take a look at the back on this. Got his typical, you know, an extra peg and a bunch of stands and all that stuff. Okay. And let's take a look at Tanjiro himself. All right, so you can see here, oh, and one of the pieces just fell, but it's okay. Luckily, it's right here. So as you can see here, this is actually, I believe this is for his, like, when he does a pose, like it's one of his bottoms, basically. So we're gonna figure that out later on in the video. So we're gonna keep that right there, make sure it doesn't fall off again. As you can see here, here's his faceplate. He's got a smiling faceplate. He's got a determined faceplate, and he's got like a ready to strike at any moment. He's got his arms right here. He's got his sword, a smaller sword, and also the big long sword. I guess wants to set it up. All right, so let's get the figure out. Let's see how it is. So it's like any typical Nendoroid you come to expect. You know, they take care of their stuff, you know, a lot of wrapping. So put that on the side. And then we got, so he's got some in his face. We got some right here. All right, so luckily with Nendoroids, don't freak out. You know, I think we've several times. All right, there's that one right there. So luckily, put it back in. All right, so we got the head. I always try to be careful, man, because you never know how unpredictable Nendoroid wise, like how they can react and all that stuff. So that's pretty much how it's gonna be. All right, so let's do a little bit more here. And there we go. Just take the wrappings out and here we go. Look at him right there. Look at that. Looks really cool. I think the lighting doesn't do this figure justice. All right, the back side right there. All right, cool. So we're just gonna take a look at the articulations here. So we got some articulation right here, you know, twisting. You can remove the hands. See his head. You can look up and down pretty decently, side to side perfectly. Legs, yeah, he'd actually move. You know, make it look like he's walking or running. You know, striking a pose. And splits, do a little bit of splits. He's got his handle, the sword right there, and yeah, it looks really cool. Just see how he looks. I'm really curious about the ear. Okay, so the earrings are intact. They're not really removable per se. So kind of a shame. It would have been cool if it came with like removable. You could like unattach it and put it back in. You know what I mean? And there you go. It looks great. All right, that looks really cool. So next we're gonna take a look at the stand and also the effects. How does that work? So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so we're gonna take out the water effects here, as you can see here. All right, wow, okay. It's got like a plastic in it. This right here. All right, let's put it right here. And then we got the other one. It's not even fully wrapped. It was already like placed on this little piece of plastic wrapping here. So I was like, okay, well, all right. I thought it was gonna be like fully wrapped, you know, like the Tanjiro figure. All right, so here's the thing that surprises me about this figure is the base. This is actually really huge. This is a huge base. I have other Nendoroids and the base is not this big. And it's actually shocking me how big this is. All right, so as any typical Nendoroid, you have the little right here. I don't know, the other way. There we go. You can just put under right there. Okay, there we go. Set right here. And I believe to put the effects, you would have to use this one according to the manual here. So let's pull it off and see how this would fit in here. It probably could work. I think so. So there's also, so it's one of these. And also you get the other one, which is like a, so if you ever have like an SH figure arts, like those display stands, this is pretty much what they are. Basically, if you want to hook it to the, you know, the figure, make sure you're like floating in the air, you can do that. That's really cool. So I'm gonna eventually settle it. It's actually really cool. And so yeah, let's take a look at Tanjiro, how he looks inside the base with a bunch of figures, and let's see if I might give my final thoughts on it. All right, so as you can see here, Tanjiro is already in his little base. So earlier you may have noticed that little thing that dropped earlier. So it turns out this is actually for his legs. So if you're wondering what these are, these little things, they're just called shrink-resistant plugs. So what you do is before you use, you know, put it on Tanjiro and any of all that, you would just have to remove them. So you just try to squeeze it a little bit. Try this one. There you go, see? Just pop that. And just, I'm gonna put it right there just in case I may need them, you know? There, almost got this one out. There we go. So yeah, so that's what you do. So that's what it's for. It's to prevent shrinkage, because you know, like the heat can like, you know, warp it or anything like that. And what you do is you just put it on Tanjiro. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. All right, so we're gonna take out, I think it's this, I believe it's this leg, the right leg. Okay, let's see. You can take out his feet. All right, there you go, not Tanjiro, sorry, you're legless, my man, I'm sorry. You just plug it in there, and there you go, see? Make it look like he's running, and then you just take this out. There you go, and then pop this in here. It's all like a ball joint, I believe. Yeah, ball joint, yeah. There we go. Oh no, a little bit more. Yeah, it takes a while, so you gotta put a lot of force in it, but I know you're trying to be careful. It's understandable, I totally get it, trust me, I'm in that same boat. And there you go. See, he looked like he's about to run, about to make his strut. So that's really cool, I do like that. I do like to have that. Gives you another option, you know, in case you wanna do like more poses. All right, so I'm just gonna, you know, use it a little bit more, and we're gonna take a look, give my final thoughts on the Nendoroid, and it's gonna look really cool. So let's see how it looks, give my final thoughts, and let's reach to a conclusion and see if you should have this to your collection. So after a few minutes of playing around with this little guy, I can just tell you that this Nendoroid is a really good piece. However, the other accessories, so like the aura, for example, like the effects, can be a little complicated, especially when you try to recreate some of the poses. So basically what it is that right here, so for example, there's two of them, luckily they're the same thing. As you can see here, there's this little piece right here that you would have to make this, the giant loop, you would have to connect it, but it's really complicated because it's not that sturdy. Because as you can see here, they have holes in them, both of them, so you can see how Tanjiro's sword can end up on the sword. So if you try to move it, it gets a little wonky, a little wobbly. So it just takes time to get used to, so it's very complex, but overall, I will say this Nendoroid is a really good piece. I actually like it. It is definitely a huge recommendation for anybody who's in the Demon Slayer, whether it's with, you know, Inosuke, Zenitsu, Netsuko, you know, but this Tanjiro is great. It's a great addition, and I definitely would recommend it for any Nendoroid collector out there, even if you're not a Demon Slayer fan. So overall, I give it a thumbs up. Absolutely recommend it. So thank you guys for watching this review. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up. What are your thoughts on Demon Slayer in general? Will you be picking this up? Are you looking to get any of the other characters? What other characters would you like to see be in Nendoroids? And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel, as I'll be making more videos like these. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and take care. Peace out, y'all.